Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call to order the reorganization meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for January 2nd, 2020, to order at 8:07 p.m. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey requires at the commencement of every meeting, a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now therefore be advised that the meeting requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing a special meeting notice in the Record and Herald News and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place within the municipal building, and by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted on December 18, 2019. This meeting is being videotaped and will be on Cablevision Channel 77 on Mondays at 3 p.m. and Thursdays at 11:30 a.m. The video will also be available on the borough's website at www.elmwoodparknj.us. At this time, as the Borough Clerk of the Borough of Elmwood Park, it is my duty to certify the general election results from November 5th, 2019. For the position of Mayor, Robert Coletti, 1,684 votes. Lorraine Pellegrin, 1,526 votes. Certifying that the winner of said election for the position of Mayor is Robert Coletti. At this time, if I could ask the audience to please rise as we welcome Mayor-elect Robert Coletti to the dais. For his swearing-in ceremony, I'd also like to welcome up his family to the dais, as he will be sworn in by former mayor of the Borough of Woodland Park, his brother, Mr. Gary Coletti.
Yes, you're exactly right. A little music and we would have this thing straightened right up. Right hand. All right, relax 1 second. I just want to say before we get started, how proud we are of you achieving this goal. You know, Bob is my older brother, and I don't say that to mean that he's older, but he is. But as an older brother, I always looked up to him, and I got to tell you, he's never let me down as an older brother. As a business partner, he's never let me down. I've looked up to him all my life, and I still look up to you. Proud of you. I'm proud that you asked me to do this swearing in. And I'm sure the people of Elmwood Park are going to realize that he will not let you down, by no way. He knows the campaign is over, it's time to govern, and he will govern. He will govern.
Okay.
The only thing is I look up to you now.
I, Robert Coletti,
I, Robert Coletti,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in the state of New Jersey
and in the state of New Jersey.
under the
It's a little tongue twister. Under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
justly,
justly, all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of mayor
of the office of mayor
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mayor.
You may take your seats. Council. Yeah, I'm going to certify the election. It's completely separate. Yeah. Continuing on for the position of council and the certification of the general election for November 5th, 2019. Daniel Golombek, 1,832 votes. Francesco Fasolo, 1,659 votes. Teresa Sheridan, 1,553 votes. And Carl Roberts, 1,427 votes. Certifying that the winners of said election for the position of council are Daniel Golombek and Francesco Fasolo. At this time, if I could ask the audience to please rise as we welcome Councilman-elect Daniel Golombek to the dais. If I could also ask his family to please join him on the dais for his swearing-in ceremony being performed by the Honorable Bill Pascrell, Congressman of the 9th Congressional District. Yes, right hand up.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. It's an honor for me to be asked to swear in some folks tonight. Usually politicians are sworn at, and I'm honored to be here in such a great town as Elmwood Park. And I congratulate His Honor, the Mayor, who I've known many, many moons. And you and I both hope that Council and Mayor will get along to move this town forward in terms of where it's been going the last couple of decades. So God bless you all for being here, and our officials who've come here, Senator Poe and Assemblyman Benji Wemberly. Had a couple more mayors here from other towns. We got sworn in. Here's the other Assemblywoman coming in now, Shavonda. And Mayor, it's a pleasure to see you swearing somebody now. God bless you and your family. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I
Daniel Golombek,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
to the governments established in the United States
the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
justly
justly
perform all the duties of the office of council.
perform all the duties of the office of council
That's it. You don't have to do it twice.
according to the
According to the best of your ability.
according to the best
I figured that. Very good. God bless you, and good luck to both of you.
If everyone can please remain standing, and at this time, if I could welcome Councilman-elect Francesco Fasolo to the dais. I would also like to invite his family to join him on the dais for his swearing-in ceremony, which is also being performed by the Honorable Bill Pascrell, Congressman of the 9th Congressional District.
I
I, Francesco Fasolo,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of council
of the office of council
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, and God bless you both.
Please be seated.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Elmwood Park, excuse me, for having the faith in me to lead you, God willing, for the next 4 years. My thanks also goes out to my immediate family and extended family. You never ended your love and support for me. And I'd like to start once again with my brother Gary Coletti, the former mayor of Woodland Park. I believe his record was 9 years as a councilman and 4 years as a mayor. And Gary, ditto. What you said about me, ditto. I'll keep it that short and sweet. I know our grandparents and our parents beaming down right now and beaming with pride of what we accomplished on a personal level. Thanks also goes out to my sister-in-law Jean and her daughter Lisa and Michelle, along with Lisa's husband Anthony Laguerra, their daughters Ashley and Gianna, my cousin Bobby Kotz, Billy Delinsky, Jill Shanka, and Christine Duffy, and I don't want to forget Kathy Kotz. Are you here, Kathy? There you are in the back. Okay. Then there's my son, Bob Jr., and his wonderful wife, Antoinette. My two grandsons, Bob III and Michael Coletti, who all prompted me after the 2017 mayoral loss to practice what I preach, and that is never give up and don't stop until you achieve your goal. To my wife, Rose, I love you, and thank you for keeping me grounded for nearly 50 years of marriage. To the two council winners, Daniel Golenbeck and Frank Fasola, this must be exciting times for both of you, especially for Mr. Fasolo, first time in and winning. And Daniel, I think you did a very good job considering the cards you were dealt. To Lorraine Pellegrin, a well-fought race, and I'll be counting on you. She's on that side, okay. I'll be counting on you to help me run this town efficiently. Regarding my two running mates, Carl Roberts and Terry Sheridan, I could not have asked for better running mates, more dedicated team. Great showing, guys. Considering it was your first election, stay the course. Now, pursuant to my mayorship, the residents of Elmwood Park sent a clear and direct message to this governing body that they will not tolerate any improper conduct or wrongdoing from those that are elected to represent them. I have heard skepticism from many, asking how I will work with the entire council being members of the opposite party. I answer with the fact that in my 15 years on the council, and previous years as the mayor, I do not see a D or an R on the backs of my colleagues, but I see an H for human being. With that as my starting point, I'm confident we can find common ground and advance initiatives beneficial to the residents. Even though we are a mayor-weak government, residents voted for change, to check some of the unprecedented actions that have occurred, and for a leader to ensure accountability. Where I feel the need to, I will voice concerns to avoid mistakes. Many residents and friends have asked me, why do you want to be mayor again? Hadn't you had enough? Why not enjoy the retirement years and leave the problems of the borough to somebody else? The answer is quite simple. I had unfinished business I wanted to accomplish for Elmwood Park, and there were projects, ideas, and initiatives I had not finished. I am eager and excited to get started in that task. I must admit that there were a few times along the way that were trying, to say the least. A grueling primary battle, the volatile political climate in town, the endless phone calls, and the door-to-door campaigning. But with each of those challenges, I grew strength from my team, my family, encouragement from my friends, but most important, in speaking to residents who were my ultimate motivation. As mayor, and with the help and support of this council, I would like the following items going forward. Maintaining taxes. We must continue the trend of fiscal responsibility. In the past, we have achieved a 0% tax increase. I now ask, why can't we actually lower taxes? And let's be clear about the related issue to taxes, the practice of bonding. Bonding is a loan with interest to be paid back over time. Think of it like putting the bills of the town on a credit card, and should be only used when it's absolutely necessary, purchases of equipment or emergencies, etc. Promoting more business in town. I've been in business my whole life. I understand what makes it work. I say to business, come on down. We'll welcome you with open arms. Revitalization of Market Street. Continue the pilot program started in 2017 for the development of Market Street and the Route 4 corridor. Helping to alleviate our parking problems and overcrowding in schools by continuing to revisit zoning laws to reduce density in illegal dwellings. Improve our educational system by working hand in hand with the Board of Education to improve our system We must ensure our children are able to learn in a productive and safe environment. Starting a street fair. We've been talking about this for years. I'm considering expanding our annual town community day to include a street fair. This way we don't encumber St. Leo's, we don't encumber Saddlebrook, and we just take the same date and let it spill out into the streets. We've been talking about this for a long time. Now it's time to stop talking about it and do the walk. In the past 2 years, Elmwood Park has not enjoyed the reputation it deserves. The newspaper and social media reflect the dark cloud that has hovered over our community. But I foresee that cloud disappearing. Instead, I see a town on the verge of a vibrant renaissance, a town with homes being revitalized, new young families moving in, along with the hardworking class community we have always been known for, and considering our prime location, with this governing body steering the ship right, I see a future of endless possibilities. Endless possibilities. Thank you for listening. Mr. Golenbeck.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start off by thanking the most important people in one's life, my family, for being here today with me. My mother, my uncle, my grandmother, my grandfather, some of my other family is overseas, but they've always supported me in what I do, and it's especially doing this at such a young age, and always supportive and not discouraging. So I thank you all, I love you all, and I appreciate everything that you do for me. I want to thank our dignitaries for joining us here tonight, Congressman Pascrell, State Senator Nellie Poe, Assemblyman Benji Wimberly, and Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter. They represent Elmwood Park in their respective roles tremendously. Whether it's the congressman getting $500,000 for fire apparatus gear, or the state senator getting us $400,000 for our streetscape on Market Street, or two assembly people advocating on behalf of Elmwood Park schools during budget time and literally getting us millions of dollars in the last few budgets. They fight for us and they work for us, and every single person here needs to know and needs to tell their neighbors that that's the case. So I thank you all for coming out here and joining us tonight. I congratulate my colleague, Councilman Fasolo, on your election. Politics is something you've done for a long time. And it's beautiful to see that you're here now. You were on for a few months. You're here for a 3-year term, because it's just so rare and special for young people to want to care about things like this. At our age, in our 20s, and I think there's very, very few councils in North Jersey that have 2 people under the age of 30 molding the conversation, giving perspective, so that we have a wide range of perspectives making our decisions. So congratulations and welcome. It's a beautiful thing. With two millennials, a female majority council, it's really a beautiful thing to have such a unique array of perspectives. To Mayor Coletti, welcome back. Congratulations on a hard-fought victory. And I think we've set a very good tone heading into tonight's meeting. Over the last month, as I was outgoing mayor and the mayor was coming in, we met on a lot of different topics. As we know, the reorganization meeting could be a smooth meeting, or could be a meeting with fireworks and fights about appointments. And I'm proud to say that we talked through everything, had compromises, had discussions to a point where we're going to sail through tonight's meeting because both sides care about progress, both sides care about moving the ball forward and not about theatrics. So I compliment you on that. It's a great start, and I look forward to working with you on that front. My first 3-year term was an interesting one. It was mostly on the council and then some as mayor. And I'm happy that, along with my colleagues and our professionals, we really moved the ball forward on a lot of important issues. Just some that I'll tick off very quickly. Changed lot size requirements, so people can't just buy up land and slice and dice the land and put up these mega homes, 2-3 family homes that's swamping our community. We've stopped that. We need to keep our suburban feel. We've put over $2 million in different road paving through state, federal, and our own tax dollars here, putting your tax dollars back into the community. Tremendous public safety upgrades, walking patrols, school resource officers, a power shift, endless improvements on that front. Revamping our Veterans Park, working with the county and schools to redo our tennis courts, literally a tri-agency shared service to build that. Grants for parks like the Marina, $250,000, Rosemont Park, $250,000, a tree planting initiative to make our community greener. We've done a lot to move the ball forward, but I think we recognize, if we're honest, we have more work to do to make Elmwood Park the town we want it to be, and to have every person in this town say, when I send my tax dollars to the town, I'm seeing that value, I'm seeing the town the way it should be, and along those lines. So some of my goals in my next 3-year term, I think we have a beautiful opportunity to have a park that spans our entire width of our borough, from where the marina is all the way to the Saddlebrook border with the tracks. If we develop our marina and put a path through the high school property, we have tennis courts and a track for and a turf field. You keep going. We have the opportunity to work with the county to add fields to the Artesian Fields County Park, which would hopefully take pressure off our rec center. And then with the next two woods, hopefully becoming a beautiful nature trail. That's all doable if all agencies work together and we want to do something nice for our residents and give them that access. I talked about taking pressure off of our fields. Our rec center right now is really a mishmash of maybe 7 or 8 or 9 athletic fields. I personally envision that being more of a community town square centered park one day, with trails and maybe a fountain or a small pond, making it the center of life on Market Street, so that when we do the redevelopment that we hopefully want to get into, when we find people who are willing to invest money in Elmwood Park, to build nicer structures, to have better quality tenants, that we create that nice downtown ecosystem that so many towns have, but that has escaped us for so many years. I think we have a beautiful, beautiful street lighting program on Market Street that I would love to extend through the entire boulevard. It is possible. We could work with PSNG. We could make it happen and make our community beautiful. I'd like to require people who want to sell their homes here in Elmwood Park to fix up their properties, to fix their curbs, to fix all of their sidewalks. Put that investment back into your property before you're allowed to turn it over into something else. The amount of things that we can do are endless, and the people deserve it because they send us a check 4 times a year. They send their money to us, and they want to be able to see that that money is being put back into making the community better. And I know that I have colleagues here who are open to that, who are interested in that, and will work to make Elmwood Park a beautiful town and a place where everyone would love to live. So I intend to work very hard over the next 3 years, as I know my colleagues will. There are 2 types of councils that meet, pay the bills, and talk about whatever comes up, or there are councils that roll up their sleeves and keep thinking of ways to give more value to their community. And we're the type of council that rolls up our sleeves. And last but not least, I want to thank the voters of Elmwood Park. Being in public service is so interesting because you win, you do the job, you get hit left and right, you get attacked online. You never know how the people generally feel about you until Judgment Day comes. And I've been fortunate enough in just the last 6 years to having been elected by the residents 3 times. And I think with a clear mandate to keep pushing my vision onto the community. So that's what I will do, and it's truly an honor to be here with so many loved ones, with so many dignitaries and all my colleagues, and I look forward to what 2020 has to bring in Elmwood Park. Thank you so much.
Mr. Fasolo.
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I'd like to thank New Jersey's fighter in Washington and one of my biggest inspirations, Congressman Bill Pascrell, for swearing me in today. I'd like to thank the residents of Elmwood Park for entrusting me with progressing this borough. Like Congressman Pascrell, I will always fight for what is sensible, moral, and always put our residents' concerns before any partisan politics. Even if you voted me or not, I will represent you and be your voice in every decision that I make. As councilman, I will serve with the highest standards and hold a strong moral compass, as Elmwood Park deserves nothing less than honesty and integrity in its leaders. I'd like to especially thank my family. Without them, I don't think any of this would be possible. They are the foundation that holds me together, and they give me the courage and inspiration to pursue my dreams without any fear of failure. I'd like to recognize my grandmother, who passed not too long ago. A lot of the compassion and generosity that I have in my heart is due to her and her unwavering support for me throughout my life. As our former Secretary of State, Condoleezza Rice, once said, there's no greater challenge and there's no greater honor than to be in public service. And I think I speak for everyone sitting up on this dais today when I say that. Each of us have a love and a passion for the residents of this town, and it's why we serve. I look forward to working together with Mayor Coletti and this council, not as Republican or Democrat, but as humans and fellow residents of Elmwood Park. I'd also like to thank and congratulate my running mate, Councilman Golobeck. We ran a great campaign, and I look forward to working side by side with you for the next 3 years. Thank you.
Before I move on, I think I forgot to mention somebody in my extended family, so I want to do that because you know what will happen to me if I don't. Mike and Fran Marinuzzi. Special thanks. Would you care to speak?
Okay. I've lost my voice, so bear with me. Just came back. I'd like to congratulate Mayor Coletti. I look forward to working together with you and the council to continue our progress. Tonight, we will put politics aside and get to work together. Congratulations to Councilman Golovic. Thank you for serving as our mayor. I am happy to have you begin your term as councilman again. We have worked very well with you in both capacities, and I'm confident you will continue to serve and keep progress moving. To our newest councilman, Solo, you stepped up to fill an open vacancy, and I thank you for that. Now you will join us for your elected 3-year term. I know you are very passionate and care about the residents in Elmwood Park. I look forward to continuing my work with you and know you will serve the community well. To all the candidates that ran, you may not have been successful this time, but if you're passionate about serving your community, don't give up trying. I commend anyone that is willing to step up and wanting to be part of a team that works hard to make Elmwood Park an even better place to call our home. And to Councilwoman Pellegrin, you worked very hard and ran a positive campaign, but fell short in the mayoral election. You would have done a fine job as mayor as well. I know you will continue as councilwoman to give your 100% to this community, as you have always done in your position. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Ballesteri. Mrs. Wetzler?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. I would like to warmly congratulate Mayor Robert Coletti. Bob, this isn't the first time we worked together, and I know it's not going to be the last time. We always were there together, fighting for everything in this town, for our kids, for the school, for the rec department, and everything else. And I know and I'm confident that you will serve us well in every decision that we will make together for our community. Danny, not with a cry. I want to congratulate you. You have constantly and clearly communicated your vision for our town. We first met at the Board of Education meeting when I sat on the board, and you would come up every month, question after question, and wanted answers, and why and how come not. You always wanted the best for the school systems, our public library, and also this town. You always had the students' best interest in your heart. Now in the council, you have shown me many things, and I know there's many more things that you need to show me how to do. I thank you for everything you did for us and what you're going to do in the future. Congratulations. Francesco, I am so pleased to have joined us on the council. As a teacher, you played an important role in promoting education and enhancing the ability of our students through their years of schooling. I know you continue working hard for the entire council and our school district. Your passion, dedication, and commitment for the town and our school system will deeply contribute to the future of our students and our residents. I know you will continue to work and improve the needs of everyone in our community. Welcome to our team. Love you.
Thank you, Doris. Mrs. Pellegrini.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Just like to congratulate Mayor Coletti and my colleagues, Councilman Fasolo and Gulliback. I look forward to working together as a team for the betterment of Elmwood Park. I know how much we all truly care about our community, and a lot of progress has been made over the last several months. And as a strong team, I know the progress will continue. I wish everyone here and our entire community a happy, healthy new year and much success to Elmwood Park in 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Pellegrini. Ms. Ingui?
Okay. So I want to congratulate Mr. Coletti and his beautiful wife, Rose, on your election. I wish you the best of luck. You're working with a bunch of very strong women, so I wish you even more luck. I look forward to working with you, and I feel that we're going to work very, very well together. We got off to a really good start, so congratulations. Councilman Fasolo, I'm very proud of you. We've worked together for several months already. You have a true love for Elmwood Park, and it shows in all your decisions. I look forward to the next few years with you. Okay. And Councilman Gulliback. Congratulations, Danny. Danny, you make a fantastic councilman, a former mayor, a son, a brother, and a friend. Everything you do is done with the best intentions for Elmwood Park. You strive for the best, and we all benefit from that. I look forward to continuing to work with you on many projects that will improve our town. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. Ingui. That concludes our council comments. Ms. Delaney?
On our official roll call, council members Balistreri.
Yes.
Here.
She's here.
Fasolo.
She's here.
Here.
Golobeck.
Here.
Ingui. Here. Pellegrini.
Here.
Wetchler. Here. Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Would everybody please rise for our prayer and flag salute? Oh God, our Father, we ask to bless our meeting, which we entrust to your fatherly care and protection. Please remove all selfishness and prejudice from our hearts and implant therein a keen sense of justice and a greater love for you and our neighbors. Guide us in our deliberation so that our decisions will always please you and bring you peace and happiness to our community. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mrs. Delaney?
I would like to take this time to recognize those dignitaries of which we have the pleasure of their company this evening. On the dais this evening, we have the Fab Four, Congressman Bill Pascrell of the 9th Congressional District, Senator Nellie Poe of the 35th Legislative District, Assemblyman Benji Wimberly of the 35th Legislative District, and Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter of the 35th Legislative District. From the Elmwood Park Board of Education, we have Board of Ed President Louise Girardi and Board of Education member Doreen Aspras and Board of Education member Doug DiMatteo. And lastly, from our neighboring communities, we have the Mayor of Prospect Park, Mayor Karula, Borough Administrator of Prospect Park, Intishan Chowdhury. Deputy Mayor of the City of Garfield, Joseph Delaney. And City Manager of the City of Garfield, Mr. Tom Dutch. I would like to now invite Congressman Bill Pascrell to say a few words.
Thank you, Aaron. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know all over the country today, and I just came from one before this, great Americans are being sworn into office. All sizes, all nationalities, all races, all parties. This is a true American family, right, Mayor Coletti?
Yes.
And so when the body that's elected thinks about the rest of the people more than it thinks of anything else, that's when we have not only harmony, but we have progress. It's tough to do, and I'm speaking to myself at times, because we're all grown up to be either this or that. We all grow up to be different. But on the other hand, it's what is alike in most of us that keeps this the greatest country in the world. So if you can get over that, you get over that hump, you know, things can get rough, not only on a local level, but on a national level. And you have to make a decision. You have to make decisions in life. And sometimes somebody gives you some advice, and sometimes that advice is good and not in the best of intentions. Sometimes it's not good. So you have to think for yourself. When these men and women, regardless of their party affiliation, think for themselves and think for the rest of us what's going to be best for the common good, we're in better shape. It doesn't matter which party affiliation. I just lost a good friend in the Congress of the United States. He left about 1.5 years ago. He was a member of the other party. And he lives in Ohio. I'll even tell you his name, Pat Tiberi, good paisan. And we got to be very good friends over the years that we were in the Congress. He left in the middle of the term because he said he had it. He was very discouraged by the animosity and the conflict that had gotten so personal. So he calls me 1 month, I'll call him another month. But why I bring him up is because that we were able to get over the hump. I mean, we had some fierce debates, he and I. We're on the Ways and Means Committee, all the money goes through our committee. We had some fierce debates. And then afterwards, we didn't have to go get a drink in order to pat each other on the back or massage each other. We had to sit down and talk like human beings beyond party affiliation. Things have gotten so tense in the United States of America that it's creeped into our families, you know? So many times people say, be careful of what you say at the Thanksgiving Day table. It may not wind up to be Thanksgiving. So you know what I'm talking about. But that's what makes us who we are. That's what makes us the greatest country. Well, I've been to so many countries, and the job that I have that you were good enough to elect me into. And even if you didn't vote for me, I represent you. Whether we're in the middle of the jungles in South America or up the highest mountain in Afghanistan, I always think about where I've come from. So if you're rooted in where you come from, you're going to be fine. And the council will be fine. And America will be fine. We've gotten over bigger hurdles than this. Guys, we are at war with one another. That wasn't easy. That was not easy at all. I think I can't imagine that. I'm a history teacher, and I can't imagine families actually being violent against members of their own family. And that's what the Civil War was all about. So, you know, things can get bad, and they could get worse. But we must remember who we are. What got us to this point? What got us to this point that other nations, everybody wants to come here. That's half of our problems. we have to think about other countries, maybe helping them get better so that not everybody wants to come here. Maybe we ought to look at it that way, rather than always being up in arms. So I say to the mayor, congratulations to you, to the two councilmen who just elected, both of you. And you're young guys, you got a whole future ahead of you. But the women on this panel are pretty young too, you know. And they'll take any one of you, believe me. And Mayor,
Yes.
you know I'm there anytime I could be helpful to anybody, because Elmwood Park is very close to me. Back many moons ago, when I was in the state legislature, Elmwood Park was in my district. They always treated me well. And I hope you feel I've always treated you well.
Absolutely.
God bless you, and God bless your families, and God bless America. Thank you.
I would like to now invite Senator Nellie Poe to say a few words.
Thank you so very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me begin by addressing each and every one of you. And I want to take this moment to wish you a very, very happy and healthy new year. Now, I'd like to just direct my attention to the newly elected, the first mayor. Let me just say how very happy that I am to be here witnessing today. Congratulations to you, most sincerely. I know that throughout the years since I've been representing the 35th Legislative District, and when Elmwood Park became part of my district, you were very open, very, very supportive of me. So I want to just let you know that we will continue, and I personally will continue to be willing to work very closely with you and represent the great borough of Elmwood Park as we have done in the past. To my dear friend and councilman, Danny Golombek. Danny, I think you are an amazing, amazing young man. And I know that what I'm saying, everyone is also not only thinking it, but also feeling it. I know that you will do wonderful things. You've already proven yourself. You are so far ahead of your time in terms of not just of the level of maturity, but just the way you think and the love that you have for the people of Elmwood Park. So you make us all very, very proud. And I am so proud of you. I thank you for all that you have done. I thank you for all the service. And I know that you will continue to do great, wonderful things. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless you. I know things are going to go well. And to our newest councilman, let me just say, when I heard Danny talk, the councilman speak about the millennial, well, indeed, he was just too jealous to want to do this on his own. So, of course, he wanted to bring on someone else to help him along, and so it has happened. Congratulations to you, Councilman. I know, as it's already been mentioned, you've been here for a couple of months and you've done a wonderful job and you've demonstrated yourself. Congratulations. It's official, by the way, now. It's official, so that's wonderful news. To everyone on the dais, to all the council members, first, let me just say that Elmwood Park is very, very special to me. Councilwoman Pellegrini, let me just say that I know that you are a dynamic, amazing, very, very caring person, and you will continue to demonstrate that regardless of who is running, right? Because that's the person that I know you are. God continue to bless you, because I know you're going to work with Mayor Coletti and you're going to work with the entire council. God bless you all. Thank you so very much. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year to all of you.
I would like to now invite Assemblyman Benji Wimberly to say a few words.
Good evening, Elmwood Park. Happy New Year. The best part about coming behind the congressman and the senator, they've said it all. So I know everybody's ready to get business at hand, but Dan and Francesco, it is refreshing to see the millennials come in, and you see the women movement up here. Mayor Coletti, good luck. Good luck with this, but you are a great person, a great leader, and the mayor knows we have a common place that we like to hang out and watch a little football over here on Market Street, who has the best wings around, Blue 42. So we saw each other one night, and he's looking at each other, and we're looking at each other. I said, yeah, it's me. I hang out over here. So we enjoy the hospitality of Elmwood Park. You guys have always been great to us. Shavonda reminded me earlier, this is our 5th term, so we thank you for re-electing us for the 5th time to the Assembly. And we started off, we were the young guys. We are no longer, I'm no younger than a young guy, but guys, thank you, and always know that we are there for you. Council members, that they're a step away, and Aaron, you know, whatever we could do for you, we're there for you. God bless you. God bless Elmwood Park in America.
And last but not least, I would like to now invite Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter to say a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Assemblywoman Shavonda Sumter, and as protocol has been established, I truly want to extend a Happy New Year to each of you and share that it's going to be a pleasure to serve with each and every one of you. I like looking at government service as humans versus partisan when we get in office, because it's still about people and making sure that we're taking care of their basic needs. We've traveled to many swearing-ins throughout this season. I will say I was elated to hear your vision for your town and hearing a vision from millennials that include parks and open space and the family values that we all hold near and dear. As a mom of a 19-year-old son who's somewhere around here, you both do me proud, because we know as moms, when our kids watch us, it means something, right, Joe Delaney? They know that we're not just out here at night, Congressman, because we don't want to be at home, but because we want to do the people's business. So I wish you all Godspeed, and know that you can count on us to serve and represent you and make sure that we bring the bacon home so that we can serve our constituents. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and let me say, I don't like to mince words. I like to stick to the truth, speak from my heart, but I could say that the congressmen and the legislators that are up here today have served Elmwood Park greatly in the past, and that's come from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. And one special note about Mr. Pascrell. I know him and our longtime Mayor Mola were very good friends. There was never no politics involved in the decisions. They were truly friends and admired each other. And I learned from watching them how to get along with everybody politically. So thank you very much, Mr. Pasquale, for what you've done for this town.
Through you, Mayor, I'd like to call for a brief 2-minute recess at this time. To reestablish a quorum, on roll call, council members Balistrary.
Here.
Fasolo.
Here.
Golubek.
Present.
Ingui.
Here.
Pellegrin.
Here.
Wetchler. Mayor Coletti. We have a quorum. Under the approval of minutes this evening, we have the November 14, 2019 executive session meeting minutes, November 27, 2019 special meeting minutes, December 5th work session and executive session meeting minutes, and December 12, 2019 work session and executive session meeting minutes.
May I have a motion?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Council members Balistrary.
Yes.
Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes, Ms. Delaney, but I will abstain for the November 27th meeting as I was not in attendance.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
And Wetchler.
Yes.
Motion carries. We will now move on to the selection of council president for 2020. Resolution R-01-20, selection of council president.
Is there a motion on the floor to make a nomination for council president?
Second?
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Whereas a nomination was made by Councilmember Wetchler and seconded by Councilmember Fasolo to name Councilmember Balistrary as council president. Now therefore be it resolved that Councilmember Balistrary is hereby named the council president for the year 2020. On roll call, Councilmembers Balistrary,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, if I could ask the family of Councilwoman Balistrary to join her on the dais for her swearing-in ceremony being performed by the Honorable Bill Pascrell.
Right over here to the center, walk down, just back. There you go.
I gotta write my notes.
You got everybody here? I do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully
and I would faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
and justly
perform all the duties
of the office of council president according to the best of my ability. Congratulations, Sandra. Mayor, council, please. Council.
Thank you very much to our congressman for performing our swearing-in ceremonies this evening. I would also like to recognize Board of Education, member of the Board of Education of Elmwood Park, Karen Penna, in attendance.
Where are we, Aaron? Appointments?
For the selection of council representative mayor to the planning board, we have resolution R-02-20, selection of council representative to the planning board.
Is there a motion on the floor to nominate this person?
Mayor, I'd like to nominate Councilman Golubek.
I second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Whereas a nomination was made by Councilmember Fasolo and seconded by Councilmember Ingui to name Councilmember Golubek as council representative to the planning board. Now therefore be it resolved that Councilmember Golubek is hereby named the council representative to the planning board for the year 2020. On roll call, Councilmembers Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler,
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes.
Motion carries. Continuing on with our reorganization agenda for appointments. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Salvatore Ingraffia Esquire as Borough Attorney for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-03-20, appointment of Borough Attorney. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Salvatore Ingraffia Esquire as Borough Attorney for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Fasolo, second by Pellegrin. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler,
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Stephen Roga Esquire as bond counsel for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-04-20, appointment of bond counsel. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Stephen Roga Esquire as bond counsel for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
First
Any
by
discu-
Ingui, second by Fasolo. I apologize, Mayor.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Stephen Wilcox, RMA, as Borough Auditor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-05-20, appointment of Borough Auditor. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Stephen Wilcox, RMA, as Borough Auditor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Kelly M. Reyes Esquire as Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-06-20, appointment of Borough Prosecutor. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Kelly M. Reyes Esquire as Borough Prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Ingui. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Eric M. Bernstein Esquire as alternate prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-07-20, appointment of alternate Borough Prosecutor. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Eric M. Bernstein Esquire as alternate prosecutor for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Ballasteri. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Kurt Geisler, Esquire, as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-08-20, appointment of Public Defender. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Kurt Geisler, Esquire, as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Pellegrin, second by Ingui. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Jack Zapatajny as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-09-20, appointment of Public Defender. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Jack Zapatajny Esquire as Public Defender for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Ingui, second by Pellegrin. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Topology as Borough Planner for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-10-20, appointment of Borough Planner. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Topology as Borough Planner for a period of 1 year, term ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So move.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Fasolo, second by Wetchler. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler, Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to ordinances being introduced on first reading. Resolution R-11-20, introduce ordinance number 20-01 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to amend an ordinance entitled, an ordinance to establish the Water Department of the Borough of Elmwood Park, Bergen County, New Jersey, to fix the rates and prices to be charged for the use of water and establish rules and regulations for the distribution, supply, use, and protection of said water and penalties for the violation of certain said rules and regulations, be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, January 16, 2020 at 7:30 p.m., or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion on this ordinance? Call the roll, please.
First by Wetchler, second by Golubek. Through you, Mayor, for the audience, this is the yearly increase in water rates passed on by Passaic Valley Water Commission, and this year that's at a rate of 3.5%. Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Ingui,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Wetchler,
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution R-12-20, introduce ordinance number 20-02 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the Borough of Elmwood Park, County Bergen, State of New Jersey, amending and supplementing the code of the Borough Chapter 14 entitled Water, more specifically the Reserve Section 24, Reserve Section 24-4, so as to read restrictions on discharge of sump pumps and groundwater, be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, January 16, 2020 at 7:30 p.m., or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Can possibly our administrator explain what's going on to the ordinance, with this ordinance?
I don't mind. Through you, Mayor, this is the ordinance that was drafted by our building official and borough attorney at the instruction of our borough administrator to address the sump pump drainage on borough streets, which has been, has raised hazardous concerns.
Yes, so we're getting a lot of complaints where sump pumps are being pumped out into the roadway, especially in the winter months. It's causing a freezing condition. We've had multiple occasions where we have to have our DPW come out after hours, which incurs a cost of overtime for the day of the week. The salt and sandy area, it's definitely a hazard. So the construction official, along with the borough attorney, have drafted a ordinance to give the building department some authority to, fine the people or summons the people when pumping it out into the street, and it suggests where they should pump it into a green area so it can be absorbed and not pumped out into the street.
Thank you, Mr. Foligno. Motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion on this ordinance? Call the roll, please.
First by Wetchler, second by Ingui. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
Resolution R-13-20, introduced ordinance number 20-03 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance establishing a four-way stop at the intersections of Iozia Terrace and 16th Avenue and to amend Chapter 7 of the Code of the Borough of Elmwood Park titled Traffic, more specifically Section 7-21 titled Multi-Way Stop Intersections, be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, January 16, 2020 at 7:30 p.m., or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law. Mayor, through you, for the audience, this is in addition to a series of four-way stops being installed by the recommendation of our traffic officer.
Thank you, Mrs. Delaney. A motion, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri.
Yes.
For tonight's consent agenda, we have R-14-20, Open Public Meetings Act, R-15-20, Declaration of Official Newspapers, R-16-20, Annual Notice of Public Meeting Calendar. R-17-20, Designation of Official Depositories. R-18-20, Cash Management Plan. R-19-20, Affirmation of the Civil Rights Policy. R-20-20, 2020 Temporary Budget Appropriations. R-21-20, Agreement Adopting Flexible Benefits Spending Plan. R-22-20, Resolution Establishing Petty Cash Fund, Police Department. R-23-20, Authorizing Cash Fund, Police Department. R-24-20, Resolution Establishing Petty Cash Fund, Recreation Department. R-25-20, Approval of Payroll. R-26-20, Approval of Bills List. R-27-20, Appointment of Public Agency Compliance Officer. R-28-20, Appoint Licensed Water Operator, D Block Environmental Services. R-29-20, Appoint Licensed Sewer Operator, D Block Environmental Services. R-30-20, Appoint Licensed Site Remediation, Comstock Environmental. R-31-20, Appointment of Continuing Disclosure Agent, Phoenix Advisors LLC. R-32-20, Appoint Municipal Grant Writer, Millennium Strategies. R-33-20, Appointment of Court Debt Collection Tax Serve LLC. R-34-20, Appointment of Risk Manager, Professional Insurance Associates. R-35-20, Award Bid for Vegetative Waste Recycling, Nature's Choice Corporation. R-36-20, Authorize Increase in Salary, Borough Administrator's Office, Michael Foligno. R-37-20, Appointment of OEM Deputy Coordinators. R-38-20, Appoint Part-Time Administrative Assistant, Dion York, Borough Administrator's Office. R-39-20, Resolution regarding Municipal Aid Plan and Rapid Deployment Force Interlocal Service Agreement. R-40-20, Authorize Agreement for Certified Recycling Professional, the Bergen County Utilities Authority. R-41-20, Approve the 2019 Fire Department Clothing Allowance. R-42-20, Resolution to Extend Services, Cali Carding, Inc. R-43-20, Resolution to Accept the Consent Agenda.
May I have a motion on the consent
So
agenda?
moved. Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Ingwe, second by Pellegrin. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingwe.
Yes, but I am going to abstain from R-2220, R-2320, R-2520, R-3620, 3720, and 3820, and it's all because my daughter works for the police department and the chief is also the DA.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
I recuse myself on R-2520, Harry Wetcher's paycheck, and yes, the rest.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes, but I abstain on R-22-20, R-23-20, R-36-20, R-37-20, and that's because I have a family member that works for the police department.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda are the appointments to various boards. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Angela Fava to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-44-20, Appointment of Board of Health Member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Angela Fava to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Golubek. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingwe.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
Yes,
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Clarissa Proctor to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-45-20, appoint Board of Health member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Clarissa Proctor to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingwe.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Balistrary.
yes,
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Teresa Sheridan to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-46-20, appointment of Board of Health member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Teresa Sheridan to the Board of Health for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Pellegrin. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Deborah Alvarez to the Board of Adjustment for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-47-20, appointment of Board of Adjustment member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Deborah Alvarez to the Board of Adjustment for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Joseph Gino Beniamini to the Board of Adjustment for an unexpired term beginning February 1st, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2022. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-48-20, appointment of Board of Adjustment member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Joseph Gino Beniamini to the Board of Adjustment for an unexpired term beginning February 1st, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Fasolo, second by Wetchler. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint James Golembiski to the Board of Adjustment as alternate number 1 for an unexpired term beginning February 1st, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-49-20, appointment of Board of Adjustment alternate number 1. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of James Golembiski to the Board of Adjustment as alternate number 1 for an unexpired term beginning February 1st, 2020 and ending December 31st, 2020, and the same is hereby confirmed.
May we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Golubek. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Absolutely. Yes.
Pellegrin.
Sorry.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Claudio Tomalillo to the Recreation Advisory Board for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-50-20, appointment of Recreation Advisory Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Claudio Tomalillo to the Recreation Advisory Board for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Ingui. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate with your advice and consent appoint Kenneth Van Rye to the Recreation Advisory Board for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-51-20, appointment of Recreation Advisory Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Kenneth Van Rye to the Recreation Advisory Board for a period of 3 years, term ending December 31st, 2022, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo.
Yes.
Golubek.
Yes.
Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler.
Yes.
Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent appoint Stacy Mola on the Library Board for a period of 5 years, term ending December 31st, 2024, and the same is hereby confirmed. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-52-20, appointment of Library Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Stacy Mola to the Library Board for a period of 5 years, term ending December 31st, 2024, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Ingwe. Council members Fasolo?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Ingwe?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Wetchler?
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Melinda Rigler to the Rent Leveling Board for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-53-20, appointment of Rent Leveling Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Melinda Rigler to the Rent Leveling Board for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Council, first by Wetchler, second by Golubek. Council members Fasolo?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Ingwe?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Wetchler?
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Carl Roberts to the Rent Leveling Board for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-54-20, appointment of Rent Leveling Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Carl Roberts to the Rent Leveling Board for a period of 4 years, term ending December 31st, 2023, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
First by Wetchler, second by Ingwe. Council members Fasolo?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Ingwe?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Wetchler?
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri?
Yes.
Motion carries. To the Borough Council, I hereby nominate and with your advice and consent, appoint Stephen Cusmano to the Rent Leveling Board for an unexpired term, term ending December 31st, 2021. Respectfully submitted, Robert Coletti, Mayor. Resolution R-55-20, appointment of Rent Leveling Board member. Be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Elmwood Park that the appointment of Stephen Cusmano to the Rent Leveling Board for an unexpired term, term ending December 31st, 2021, and the same is hereby confirmed.
Motion, please.
So moved.
Any
Second.
discussion? Call the roll.
First by Ingwe, second by Fasolo. Council members Fasolo?
Yes.
Golubek?
Yes.
Ingwe?
Yes.
Pellegrin?
Yes.
Wetchler?
Yes.
Council President Ballasteri?
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, through you, I will now read your mayoral appointments. Antonio Castelbuono, Planning Board member, 4-year term. Miles Garvey, Planning Board alternate member, 2-year term. Vincent Ferraro, Planning Board alternate member, unexpired, 1-year term. Carl Roberts, Mayor's Delegate, Planning Board, pleasure of Mayor. Doris Wetchler, Mayor's Delegate, Library Board, pleasure of Mayor. Richard Chewinski, Mayor Special Construction Consultant, Library Board, pleasure of Mayor. Mayor, this concludes my portion of the meeting.
And moving on, I'd like to ask each of the members of this board if they would like to have something to say. We'll start off with you, Daniel.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. Just congratulations to all the board members that were appointed and reappointed. And again, as you can see through the list of names, it's about putting people who are willing to serve on these boards. We work very closely with Mayor Coletti in coming to common ground on these appointments, and everyone's going to do a fine job. To Council President Ballasteri, congratulations on being selected for this year. You are very deserving. We've worked well together, probably going on a decade now, and I look forward to continuing to work with you. And if there's anything you ever need, I'm here for you all the time.
Thank you.
So, thank you.
Mrs. Ingwe.
I would like to also congratulate Councilwoman Ballasteri on her new role as Council President. I know you will do a great job, and I am always here to support you in any way that I can be of help. I wanted to congratulate everyone that was appointed to the boards tonight. Thank you for stepping up and be willing to work for our town. Not everyone does that, and we appreciate you doing that. I wanted to thank the Board of Education members for being here tonight for the meeting. I love the relationship that is being built between the school system and the government. I appreciate seeing them here. It does show that we're working together for the first time in many years, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys for being here. Progress.
Mrs. Pellegrin.
Yes. I want to congratulate Council President Ballasteri. That sounds good. Congratulations to her and her family. I know you'll do great in your new role. And again, we're all here to help you if you need any assistance. I'm sure you won't. You're dedicated public servant for years, and I know you will do a great job. To all our professionals who have been appointed this evening, congratulations, and I look forward to working with all of you. And to everyone that was appointed to a board tonight, congratulations and good luck in your new role. And thank you for serving our community. Like Councilwoman Ingwe said, We don't always get a lot of volunteers to do things, and we're very appreciative that you're giving your time and serving our community. So thank you all. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Mr. Fasolo.
I'd like to congratulate all our new board members and also congratulate Council President Balistrieri. It's been a good few months working on the council with you, but a good few years working together with you, so I look forward to that. I also thank you to all the mayoral appointments who volunteer their time for our borough. We really appreciate it. It's hard, volunteers are hard to come by, so when we do get them, we really appreciate them. Thank you. Progress, Mayor.
Yes, dear.
Sandy,
Mrs.
Councilwoman Balistrieri, I'd like to congratulate you on President. I've known you a long time. We go back many years. I'd like to thank everybody for stepping up in this town, for volunteering. I know it's not an easy job coming away from your families and doing everything, but you know what? This is what puts our town as a family. I always considered this council, when I sat on the Board of Education, the Library Board, we're a family. We're all here for the same reason. We love Elmwood Park. We want it prosperous and everything else. I want to thank everybody. Congratulations, Danny again, Francesco, and Mayor Coletti. We'll all be working great together. Thank you.
Mrs. Balistrieri.
Okay, let me try. I apologize because I lost my voice this afternoon, so it's just bad timing. I want to congratulate all those who were appointed to the various boards, as well as our attorneys. I look forward to working with everyone. And Mr. Ingraffia, I'm happy to continue to work with you on the council in 2020. And I also, lastly, I want to thank my colleagues for their support and confidence in me to select me for council president this year. It will be an honor to serve in this role in 2020. I am very blessed to be part of this council who has so much compassion. We may not always agree, but we always respect one another's opinion. I also want to thank my family for hanging in here this long tonight and for always being here to support me in all my choices. Thank you.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Mayor, at this time, I'd like to thank both you and the members of this council for giving me a great opportunity of, one, being reappointed to this position. I'd like to thank you, the council, very much for giving me the prior opportunity for already being and serving as borough attorney for a full year. I've utilized my expertise, over 38 years of experience as a legal counsel for both other municipalities and boards, and being a retired judge of compensation. That's an experience which is invaluable, and I will continue to give whatever legal opinion and representation that this council needs, and I will look forward to always protecting your interest, both the mayor and everyone on this body, as well as representing the people of this town in producing ordinances and laws which help rather than hurt. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Mr. Mayor and council.
Thank you, Mr. Ingraffia. Let me say this about the boards. They are the backbone. They are the foundation of our government. When we pick board members, we try to vet properly and have the most potent person in that position, because once again, if you're building a house, you start off with the foundation, and each brick on top of that has to be stronger and stronger and stronger. We sat down together like ladies and gentlemen, and we discussed who would like what, what's your opinion on this, and we came to a general conclusion, and that's what you saw tonight. And I want to thank everybody for making that journey for me very easy. And congratulations to all your board members. And once again, these board members, they are the true essence of our town here, in the sense that they're not looking for titles. They're just looking to do something for their town. Thank you. Okay, I think at this point, we'd like to move the meeting and open it up to the public. Is there anyone, well, motion first. Motion to open it to the public. I'm sorry, we didn't hear. Denise and,
Green, all in favor?
you heard that?
Aye.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
Council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek. Ingui. Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler. Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Is there anyone in the public who would like to speak? And if so, come to the microphone, state your name and address, and direct your questions to me, please. No one? Speechless. I guess we talked too much tonight, huh? We talked yous out. Well, based on that, then I'd like to close the public portion.
So moved.
Second?
Any discussion on closing it?
No.
Call the roll, please.
First by Ingui, second by Wetchler. On roll call, council members Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek. Ingui.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Wetchler. Council President Ballastreary.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Going to adjourn the meeting. Before I do so, I'd just like to make mention that this meeting is being videotaped and will be on Cablevision, Channel 77, on Monday at 3 p.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. The video will also be available on the Borough website at www.elmwoodparknj.us. I'm going to call for motion to adjourn, and before we do that, I'd like to invite all these downstairs. We have some refreshments that you can enjoy with us. Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second?
Any discussion about that? Everybody wants to go home. Call the roll, please.
First by Wetchler, second by Fasolo. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned at 9:51 p.m.
Good meeting.